What's up racers, RacerBeast here and welcome back to another CSR2 video. Now I am here with the Audi RS7 Sportback, and in this video we are going to have a look at a good live racing setup for this car. Okay. Now this has been a recent prize car slash milestone car. Okay. And this car is very similar in terms of performance compared to the RS6 Avant. In one of the previous videos we had a look at a live racing setup for the RS6 Avant. Okay, and similar to that car, this is also a super low performance point high evo car. Okay, so this is definitely very good for live racing. I have tested this in a few lobbies and it has done well for me. So without further ado, let's get into the live racing setup. We will have a look at the upgrades. So I have engine at stage 3, turbo at stage 1, intake at stage 5, nitrous at stage 5, body at stage 5, tires at stage 5, and transmission at stage 5. Okay, so apart from engine and turbo, everything is on stage 5. Engine is on stage 3 and turbo is on stage 1. Okay, so this setup gives me a performance point of 621 and an evo point of 1715. So this is a good low pp high evo setup. As I have always mentioned in my previous videos, having a low pp high evo setup gives you a good advantage when it comes to lobby matchmaking. Quite often you can get placed into lobbies where you have an advantage over your opponents. You are running much faster than them, and as long as you control your runs, as long as you don't go all out and beat dyno, you won't get bumped up that easily. Okay, so with that being said, let's have a look at the tuning for this setup. Now as far as tuning goes, keep in mind your tuning might be slightly different than mine depending upon what fusions you have, but this is just to give you a baseline. Okay, so for me, nitrous all the way to the right, final drive at 3.52 and tire pressure at 8 psi. So this gives me a dyno of 12.018. Okay, so I'm aiming for a 12.0 lobby, but as I said before, there are good chances that I can get placed into a slower lobby as well, where I have an advantage over my opponents. So this is the setup, guys. Now before we get into live races, let's do a test run with this car, and I will also show you the shift pattern for this car at this setup, because it's slightly different from what you will normally use at max setup. Okay, so here we go. You will aim for a perfect start, then do a very early shift somewhere around 3000 or 4000 rpm. Okay, hit nitrous immediately after that, and then rest all will be either deep good or early perfect shifts. Okay, so now I understand it might be a little bit difficult to get that perfect run due to the position of the green zone there. So even if you get a good start, instead of a perfect start, it's still okay. You won't get that much of a big loss in runtime, in overall runtime, but try to get perfect start if you can. Okay, so here we go. So let's see what we ran there. We ran an 11.998 with a dyno of 12.018. So this car is running just under dyno. Okay, and that's okay, because it's beating dyno slightly, but anyways you don't need to go all out and beat dyno anyway, since you have a low performance point high evo setup, and you are having a lobby advantage. So it's better to slow down as much as you can and still get those wins. Otherwise you will risk getting bumped up. Okay, so yeah, this is the live racing setup, guys. Now I am going to show you a few live races with the RS7 Sportback, but I'm going to stop my commentary. Enjoy the live races, guys. This is RacerBeast signing off. See you in another video. Bye.